The galaxy was vast, filled with countless species, each vying for dominance. Among them, the humans were often overlooked. They were newcomers to the interstellar stage, their technology rudimentary compared to the advanced civilizations that had thrived for millennia. But what they lacked in sophistication, they made up for in ingenuity and determination. In the bustling spaceport of Nexus Prime, a derelict ship sat abandoned in a corner, forgotten by time and ignored by passers-by. It was a hulking mass of rusted metal, its hull scarred from countless battles and its engines long since silent. The ship, once a proud vessel of the Zarkonian fleet, had been deemed beyond repair and left to rot. To the other species, it was nothing more than a scrap heap, a symbol of human insignificance. But to a small group of humans, it was an opportunity. Tom, a grizzled engineer with a knack for fixing the unfixable, stood before the ship, his eyes gleaming with determination. Beside him stood Mia, a brilliant young scientist with a passion for pushing boundaries, and Jack, a former pilot with a sharp mind and a steady hand. Together, they had pooled their resources to purchase the ship, much to the amusement of the other species in the spaceport. "Why waste your credits on that junk?" sneered a passing trader, his scales glinting in the dim light. "It'll never fly again." Tom merely grinned, his eyes never leaving the ship. "You'd be surprised what humans can do with a little junk," he replied. The trio worked tirelessly, day and night, to breathe life back into the derelict vessel. They scavenged parts from other abandoned ships, repurposed outdated technology, and even invented new systems from scratch. The other species watched with a mixture of curiosity and disdain, convinced that the humans were wasting their time. But as the days turned into weeks, something extraordinary began to happen. The ship, once a lifeless hulk, started to change. Its rusted hull was replaced with reinforced plating, its engines roared to life with a power that defied belief, and its weapon systems were upgraded to levels that rivaled the most advanced ships in the galaxy. The humans had done the impossible. They had transformed the Scrapheap ship into a formidable vessel, a testament to their ingenuity and resilience. But they weren't done yet. As the ship's systems came online, Mia discovered something hidden deep within its core, a powerful energy source that had been overlooked by the Zarkonians. It was a relic from an ancient civilization, a technology so advanced that it had been forgotten by time. With this discovery, the humans realized that their ship was more than just a vessel. It was a weapon, one that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. The other species, once dismissive, now watched with a mixture of awe and fear as the humans prepared to unveil their creation. The ship, now christened the Phoenix, rose from the ashes of its former self, its gleaming hull reflecting the light of Nexus Prime's twin suns. The humans had not only repaired it but had infused it with technology that defied the understanding of even the most advanced species. The ancient energy source Mia had discovered was the key, a crystalline core that pulsed with an otherworldly glow, powering systems far beyond anything the galaxy had seen. Word of the Phoenix spread quickly. Whispers of the Scrapheap ship turned into murmurs of awe and suspicion. The Galactic Council, a governing body of the most powerful species, took notice. They sent an envoy to investigate, a tall, silver-skinned diplomat named Valen, who had always viewed humans as little more than upstarts. Valen arrived at the spaceport with a retinue of guards, their sleek, high-tech armor a stark contrast to the patched-up exterior of the Phoenix. Tom, Mia, and Jack greeted him on the docking bay, their expressions calm but their eyes sharp. Valen's gaze swept over the ship, his lips curling into a faint sneer. "So, this is the vessel that has caused such a stir," he said, his voice dripping with condescension. "A patchwork of junk, held together by human stubbornness. Tell me, what do you hope to achieve with this experiment?" Tom stepped forward, his hands clasped behind his back. "We're not here to prove anything to you," he said evenly. "But if you're curious, we'd be happy to show you what the Phoenix can do." Valen raised an eyebrow, intrigued despite himself. "Very well. A demonstration, then. But be warned, if this is some elaborate trick, the consequences will be severe. The humans exchanged knowing glances. They had anticipated this. Mia led the way onto the ship, her fingers flying over the control panels as she activated the core. The hum of energy filled the air, and the ship's systems came alive with a brilliance that made Valen's guards take a step back. Jack took the helm, his hands steady on the controls. "Hold on tight," he said with a grin. "This might get a little bumpy." With a roar, the Phoenix shot into the sky, its engines blazing with a power that left the spaceport trembling. Valen gripped the railing, his composure slipping as the ship maneuvered with a speed and precision that defied logic. Mia activated the weapons system, targeting a derelict asteroid in the distance. A beam of pure energy erupted from the ship, obliterating the asteroid in an instant. Valen's eyes widened, his earlier disdain replaced by a mix of fear and admiration. How is this possible?" he stammered. Mia smiled faintly. "Humans have a way of making the impossible possible. This ship is just the beginning." As the Phoenix returned to the spaceport, the once mocking crowds fell silent. The humans had proven their worth, but they knew this was only the first step. Tom nodded, his jaw set. "We will be. This ship is more than just a weapon, it's a symbol. And we're not going to let anyone take that away from us." Jack grinned, his confidence unshaken. "Let them come. We've got the galaxy's most advanced Scrapheap on our side." The trio shared a laugh, the tension easing for a moment. But they knew the road ahead would be fraught with challenges. The galaxy was vast and unforgiving, and their enemies were numerous. Yet, as they stood on the bridge of the Phoenix, they felt a sense of purpose. They had turned a forgotten relic into something extraordinary, and now, they would defend it with everything they had. The Scrapheap ship they had mocked was now a beacon of human ingenuity, and its crew was ready to face whatever the galaxy threw at them. The victory over the unmarked fleet was a turning point. The humans had proven the Phoenix was not just a marvel of engineering but a force to be reckoned with. However, the attack had also revealed a harsh truth: there were those who would stop at nothing to claim the ship's power. Tom, Mia, and Jack knew they couldn't stay in Nexus Prime any longer. It was time to take the Phoenix beyond the safety of the spaceport and into the unknown. As the ship prepared for departure, a figure approached the docking bay. Cloaked in a tattered robe, the stranger moved with purpose, their face hidden beneath a hood. The humans tensed, their hands instinctively reaching for weapons. But the figure raised their hands in a gesture of peace. "I mean no harm," the stranger said, their voice soft but firm. "I come with a warning." Tom stepped forward, his eyes narrowing. "Who are you?" The figure lowered their hood, revealing the face of an elderly woman with sharp, intelligent eyes. "My name is Lyra," she said. "I am a scholar of the ancient civilizations. I've studied the technology you've uncovered, the crystalline core. It is far more dangerous than you realize." Mia's curiosity piqued. "What do you mean?" "We've tested it extensively. It's stable, powerful. It is not the core itself that is the danger," Lyra interrupted. "It is what it represents. That technology belongs to the Krylos, an ancient race that vanished millennia ago. They were destroyed by their own creations, and their remnants have been sought by those who crave power. You've awakened something that should have remained buried." Jack crossed his arms, his skepticism evident. "And why should we trust you? For all we know, you're just another scavenger trying to take the core for yourself." Lyra's gaze hardened. "If I wanted the core, I would not be here warning you. I've seen what happens when this technology falls into the wrong hands. Entire worlds have been reduced to ash. You must leave this place, now. There are forces gathering, forces you cannot hope to defeat alone." The humans exchanged uneasy glances. Lyra's words carried a weight that was hard to ignore. Tom finally nodded. We were planning to leave anyway. But if you know so much about this, maybe you can help us. Lyra hesitated, then sighed. Very well. I will accompany you. But know this, the path ahead is fraught with peril. The galaxy will not rest until it has claimed what you possess. With Lyra on board, the Phoenix lifted off, leaving Nexus Prime behind. The ship soared into the stars, its engines humming with power. But the mood on the bridge was somber. Lyra's warning had cast a shadow over their triumph, a reminder that their journey was far from over. As the ship entered hyperspace, Mia turned to Lyra. You said the Krylos were destroyed by their own creations. What happened to them? Lyra's expression darkened. They sought to harness the power of the universe itself. But they underestimated the cost. The core you possess is but a fragment of their technology. If it falls into the wrong hands, it could unleash destruction on a scale the galaxy has not seen since the fall of the Krylos. The humans fell silent, the weight of Lyra's words settling over them. They had turned a Scrapheap into a superweapon, but now they faced a choice: use their creation to protect the galaxy or risk becoming the very thing they sought to prevent. The stars stretched before them, vast and unyielding. The journey had only just begun. The Phoenix hurtled through hyperspace, its crew tense and alert. Lyra's warning had left them uneasy, but there was no turning back. They had to stay ahead of those who sought the ship's power. As the ship emerged from hyperspace near a remote star system, Mia detected an anomaly on the scanners. There's something out there, she said, her voice low. It's a signal. Ancient, but strong. Tom leaned over her shoulder, studying the readings. Could it be another Krylos artifact? Lyra's eyes widened. It's possible. The Krylos scattered their technology across the galaxy before their fall. If this is another piece of their legacy, we must investigate, but carefully. These relics are not to be trifled with. Jack adjusted the ship's course, guiding it toward the source of the signal. As they approached, a massive structure came into view, a derelict space station, its surface pockmarked with age and decay. It floated silently in the void, a ghost of a bygone era. That's no ordinary station, Mia murmured, her fingers flying over the controls. The architecture matches Krylos' designs. This could be a treasure trove of information, or a death trap. Tom made the call. We're going in. But we stay alert. Jack, keep the engines warm. If things go south, we need to get out of here fast. The humans and Lyra suited up and boarded a shuttle, leaving Jack to monitor the Phoenix. As they docked with the station, the airlock creaked open, revealing a dark, cavernous interior. The walls were lined with strange symbols that pulsed faintly, as if alive. Lyra ran her hand over the symbols, her expression one of awe. These are records, history, science, perhaps even the secrets of the Krylos. If we can decipher them. Her words were cut short as the station shuddered, the lights flickering to life. A deep, resonant voice echoed through the corridors. Intruders detected. Activating defense protocols. Mia cursed under her breath. Of course it's booby-trapped. Why wouldn't it be? The group moved quickly, following Lyra's lead as she deciphered the symbols. They dodged automated turrets and energy barriers, their progress slow but steady. Finally, they reached the heart of the station, a chamber dominated by a massive console, its surface glowing with the same crystalline energy as the core in the Phoenix. Lyra approached the console, her hands trembling. This is a control hub. It could contain the knowledge of the Krylos, their triumphs, their failures, their downfall. As she activated the console, holographic images filled the room, visions of the Krylos at the height of their power, their cities gleaming under alien suns. But the images shifted, showing their descent into chaos as their technology turned against them. The final image was a warning, a single symbol that pulsed with ominous intensity. Mia frowned. What does it mean? Lyra's face paled. It's a countdown. The station's self-destruct sequence has been activated. We need to leave, now. The group sprinted back to the shuttle, the station shaking violently around them. As they launched away, the station exploded in a blinding flash of light, its remnants scattering into the void. Back on the Phoenix, the humans caught their breath. Lyra held a data crystal she had salvaged from the console. This contains everything we need to understand the Krylos, and the danger we face. But we must act quickly. The galaxy is running out of time. Tom nodded, his resolve firm. Then let's get to work. We've got a galaxy to save. The Phoenix sped onward, its crew more determined than ever. The Scrapheap ship they had built was now their greatest hope, and their greatest responsibility. The data crystal from the Krylos station revealed a chilling truth. The ancient civilization had not only mastered advanced technology but had also created a network of superweapons capable of reshaping the galaxy. The crystalline core in the Phoenix was one of many, each designed to amplify the others. If activated together, they could unleash catastrophic destruction. Lyra worked tirelessly to decode the crystal's contents, her face pale with exhaustion. The Krylos built these cores as a last resort, she explained. But their power corrupted them. They turned on each other, and their civilization collapsed. If someone gathers all the cores, they could repeat that tragedy, or worse. Tom clenched his fists. We can't let that happen. We need to find the other cores before anyone else does. The data crystal from the Krylos station revealed a chilling truth. The ancient civilization had not only mastered advanced technology but had also created a network of superweapons capable of reshaping the galaxy. The crystalline core in the Phoenix was one of many, each designed to amplify the others. If activated together, they could unleash catastrophic destruction. Lyra worked tirelessly to decode the crystal's contents, her face pale with exhaustion. The Krylos built these cores as a last resort, she explained. But their power corrupted them. They turned on each other, and their civilization collapsed. If someone gathers all the cores, they could repeat that tragedy, or worse. Tom clenched his fists. We can't let that happen. We need to find the other cores before anyone else does. Mia nodded, her eyes scanning the data. There's a pattern here. The cores are scattered, but their locations are mapped. We can track them, if we move fast. Jack, ever the pragmatist, interjected. And what happens when we find them? We can't just leave them lying around. Someone will come for them eventually. Lyra looked up, her expression grim. We destroy them. Every last one. It's the only way to ensure they're never used. The humans exchanged uneasy glances. Destroying the cores meant sacrificing the very technology that had given them an edge. But they knew it was the right choice. The risk was too great. The Phoenix set course for the nearest core location, a barren moon on the edge of civilized space. As they approached, they detected another ship already there, a sleek, menacing vessel bristling with weapons. It was clear they weren't the only ones searching for the cores. Tom gritted his teeth. We've got company. Let's move. The humans launched a covert operation, landing on the moon's surface under the cover of darkness. They located the core deep within a crumbling Krylos facility, but the rival ship's crew was already inside. A firefight erupted, the air filled with the crackle of energy weapons and the echoes of shouted commands. Mia managed to secure the core while Tom and Jack held off the attackers. As they retreated to the Phoenix, Lyra stayed behind, her voice firm. Go. I'll buy you time. Tom hesitated, but Mia pulled him back. We can't waste her sacrifice. Let's go. As the Phoenix lifted off, the facility exploded, taking the rival ship with it. The humans had secured the core, but the cost was high. Lyra was gone, and the galaxy's most dangerous secret was now in their hands. The journey was far from over, but the humans knew one thing: they couldn't afford to fail. With the second core secured, the humans faced a daunting task. They had to locate and destroy the remaining cores before their enemies could claim them. The galaxy was vast, and time was running out. But Tom, Mia, and Jack were determined. They had turned a scrap heap into a symbol of hope, and they wouldn't let it become a tool of destruction. The Phoenix raced across star systems, following the coordinates from the Krylos data crystal. Each core they found was guarded by traps, rival factions, or the remnants of ancient Krylos defenses. The humans faced every challenge head-on, their ingenuity and teamwork proving stronger than any obstacle. As they neared the final core, located in the heart of a dying star system, they encountered their greatest foe yet, a massive warship commanded by a ruthless warlord who had been hunting the cores for years. The warlord's ship was a technological marvel, dwarfing the Phoenix in size and firepower. Tom clenched his fists as the enemy ship loomed on the view screen. This is it. One last fight. Mia activated the ship's defenses, her voice steady. We've got the core's location. If we can get past them, we can end this. Jack grinned, his hands gripping the controls. Then let's give them a show. The battle was fierce. The Phoenix darted through a hail of enemy fire, its agility and advanced systems keeping it one step ahead. Mia targeted the warship's weak points, while Tom managed the core's energy output, pushing the ship to its limits. Finally, they broke through, landing on a desolate planet where the final core was hidden. As they retrieved the core, the warlord's forces closed in. With no time to escape, Tom made a decision. We destroy it here. Now. Mia hesitated. But the explosion, it'll take us with it. Jack placed a hand on her shoulder. It's the only way. The galaxy comes first. With a nod, Mia activated the core's self-destruct sequence. The ground shook as the core began to overload, its energy building to a blinding crescendo. The humans stood together, their faces resolute. The explosion lit up the star system, obliterating the warlord's fleet and sealing the fate of the Krylos cores forever. The Phoenix was gone, but its legacy lived on. The humans had sacrificed everything to protect the galaxy, proving that even the smallest among them could change the course of history. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council declared the humans heroes. The scrap heap ship they had mocked became a legend, a symbol of courage and ingenuity. And though Tom, Mia, and Jack were gone, their story inspired countless others to reach for the stars. The galaxy would never forget the humans who turned a scrap heap into a superweapon, and saved them all.